bunch of pictures.
The thirst is absolutely real, everybody. I am Sir and Carter, and you are listening to Before You Log Off on a Thursday, nonetheless, which is insane.
Yeah. It's Thirsty Thursdays.
Insane. Yeah, Thirsty Thursdays. That's horrible.
Yeah.
We don't need to hear
Nice
that.
timing.
That's horrible. All right,
Thirsty
that's the internationally
Thursdays.
known Stephen Gutierrez
Wow.
slurping people
Wow.
over there.
I'm sipping wine. Sip.
That's terrible. And we're with Tough as Stones, Rachel.
Hey.
Special guest on the podcast today, everybody. Nobody knew that they were coming on. I got nobody. Because nobody wanted to do it on a Thursday. Nobody wanted to do it on a Thursday. No.
Oh.
Nobody wanted to do it on a Thursday. So we are stuck here with intern Beth. How you doing, Beth? All right. And, of course, we got the chat, as always. We got the chat here, as always. And they're a little surprised, talking about, oh, what are you guys doing, a podcast on a Thursday? Well, I mean, people have lives. People have lives.
We are very well known for being very punctual, always on time, being very consistent. You know, this is a shocker.
And we do whatever the hell we want.
I mean, think about it. We've been doing this for 3 years straight. Even during the pandemic, we still found a way to do everything. So, I mean, I feel like that's a W in our side. So, you know, enjoy the ride. But how you guys doing? King Chris, Reflect Prism, Snoke in chat, everybody. And you, listener at home, if you're not here live on twitch.tv/before you log off, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're looking at 50% of the show. To get 100%, you got to come and watch us live, engaged with the chat and with us live as we talk about all the incredible things that we're going to talk about today. Like what, Rachel? See how I threw it. See how I threw it to her. See how I threw it to her and she wasn't ready.
You threw me off. Oh my god! Then I just opened up the wrong group chat and I saw Steven sending a tree butt.
There you go. There you go.
That's the first thing I see.
What are you talking about, Rachel? I don't know what you're talking about.
That's canon now. We're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about in our private chats, Rachel. I don't know what you're talking about.
My bad. We can segue to what if Steven was a furry instead into trees, apparently.
That's horrible.
Is that a furry?
It's not furry. There's no furry. I said if you are a furry instead of into trees.
A barkin. I don't know. I was just making shit up.
So
who knows?
Don't release the balloons. Put him in pun jail.
Maybe I got a green thumb.
All right, we're moving on. So what if came out and it was
damn it, Snoke, that's genius. He called it a woody.
Yeah. You missed your shot. You missed your shot.
Genius.
You missed it, man.
This was a good what if episode. We're going to spoilers, everybody. So if you haven't seen it, then sorry for you. Go watch it. It's really good. This episode is actually really good. This one centers around T'Challa, aka Chadwick Boseman, aka the Black Panther, aka Star-Lord.
The best Star-Lord.
The best Star-Lord. Apparently, if you put T'Challa out in space, he just solves the galaxy's problems. Like, he brings everybody together, and it was actually pretty awesome. Rachel, you just watched it, so you have the freshest take on it right now, right?
I think Steven just watched it too, right?
I also
wow, you guys we just watched it. Late to the game. Jeez.
Hey, you know, if some of us have a job.
I don't have a job? Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't know why they have a release date for Wednesday.
Yeah. It's just Wednesday. They got a lot of content that's going to be coming out.
It's true. Nah, it's not that bad.
No, I want it on my Fridays so it can jumpstart my weekend.
What did you guys think of it? What did you guys think of the episode?
Well, within like a minute, when the first second you see the back of T'Challa, just his feet, I started crying. I already started crying. You know, that's just how I roll.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I absolutely loved it. The guy fangirling over him so hardcore. And he's like, can I use the gun? Is that okay? Is it okay if I shoot you? I loved it. And honestly, just in that small episode, it gave that character so much more personality.
It did.
He was just there in the background before, but they actually made him a character now. And Nebula, my girl, so hot, so beautiful. I loved her. And yeah, I really like how they brought her in and that her and T'Challa were friends. It was really awesome seeing Yondu again because he was one of my favorite characters. And then calling Thanos Captain Genocide constantly throughout the whole episode was pretty good.
And I felt like they even gave him a little micro story arc of his own with his daughter. Like,
100%, yeah.
Like, you fit that in a 30-minute cartoon perfectly. I didn't see that part coming. Like that was really actually one of the most shocking things on there, of how they gave a character that you've known, Thanos, and I really love that it's all the actual actors reprising their roles as these characters, as the voice actors. Like, it just brought that extra, oomph to it.
I was actually looking for the to see if they were all reprising their roles again, because that was definitely what was his name, the pursuer guy, the God, forgot his name.
Jamon Hunso.
Yeah. He crushed it.
He crushed it.
He crushed it.
Also, a little known fact about him: he played the Black Panther in the BET Black Panther cartoon,
which is great.
Which is cool. Also really good. If you guys have not seen that one, it's somewhere on the internet. You should go check that one out. That is a really good one. I actually own that comic book. So,
man, that was a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. But yeah,
good theme song and everything.
And the only person I think that was new, I'm not sure if he did any, because I don't think you ever hear Howard the Duck in any of the other ones, right? Like in the Guardians of the Galaxy after credit scene.
He did.
He talked.
He talked?
Yeah, it was just like one or two lines. I think just like an end credit scene. But yeah, this was like the first time he really actually talked.
Do you know who that was?
Yes.
He sounded familiar, but I didn't look who it up.
No guesses?
No guesses?
I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to be roasted.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, he reprised his role. It's the same person.
It's the same person.
Yeah, it's Seth Green.
It's Joker himself from Mass Effect.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Terrible.
Where do you go?
From Mass Effect.
Yes,
I totally forgot that. Yeah, for some reason when you said Seth Green, Seth Rogen popped in my head. I was like, that didn't sound like him. What are you talking about?
Seth Rogen himself. That's right.
Without his signature bear laugh, no, it wasn't.
No.
Couldn't be him. But yeah, no, that's really cool. I like
only
that.
person that didn't reprise their role was Peter Quill.
What?
It was not.
I mean,
one line was not actually Chris Pratt.
You know what? He was probably a little salty about it. He's like, "Wow, you just took away Star-Lord from me, and I work at Dairy Queen." I was like, "Come on, man."
Yeah, and Drax the Destroyer also was not Batista
not
as well.
Davis Batistas?
No, sorry.
He did actually really good. The only one what were you gonna say, Steven? Sorry.
No, go ahead. Finish your thought. Sorry.
No, it's okay. You go.
I didn't know Benicio del Toro because I couldn't tell that was him.
What? Like, really?
Yeah, like to me, it sounded different. Like it sounded like
I thought you were gonna say you didn't know he played him in the action movies.
I knew it was him, but I didn't I thought somebody else was doing the voice acting.
Oh, okay.
So, but to see that it was him, I mean, good, because it felt like a completely different character.
He looked completely different. He was hella really ripped.
He was extremely bigger. Yeah, I don't know where those muscles came from in his character, but apparently he collected those over the freaking span of however long it took for him to get those. So
yeah, I thought it was kind of weird that he got like Hela's crown and like her powers in a way, because that was like before Hela actually came back from Asgard. So some like weird shit was happening with Asgard then.
So maybe okay. So here's the thing, because I was talking with a coworker of mine, and we get into Marvel stuff all the time. Do you guys think that this is one Earth, and the Captain Carter is on that Earth, and the T'Challa that we just saw is from the same exact Earth, or are these different branches that we're looking at?
I was actually thinking that same thing in the beginning of the episode, because I was like, you know what? If all these things happen on Earth, like so far, like at least with these two episodes, it would actually kind of match. Even with like the Tony Stark one, because you see that clip of like Killmonger like meeting up with him and saving him. I'm like, that could all be like one Earth. But I don't know. What do you think, Steven?
It can be, and the reason that I think it can be is because of that shot in the trailer where you see them all line up like it's Avengers 1, where they does the circle camera pan around all of them, and it's all the other what if characters, because you see Captain Carter, you see T'Challa as Star-Lord, and then the other cast of characters. I honestly hope it's separate, but it makes sense if it is just one different branch of the multiverse. It's less than you have to explain. Like, I don't know. It can go either way. I kind of want it to be separate, just so you see like different outcomes.
JLap in chat says, I think they're going to be different branches, like how DC does multiple dark universes. I initially just thought it's all the same. Like, we're all on one Earth, and simply because of what Steven just said, because of the pan around Avengers moment where everybody comes together. But then when I saw that the Ravengers, quote unquote, come back with T'Challa, that means that you got kind of almost an army with you already. So if there's some big galactic threat or something like that, you got Thanos on your side. That's already a powerhouse.
Yeah.
You know, you got both his daughters, it looked like, because that panorama, which we didn't see in this episode, we didn't see at all. Gamora but she was wearing like the Thanos armor.
She was wearing the Thanos armor, yeah. Well, because in this episode, Thanos says that T'Challa changed his mind about doing things how he was gonna do it.
Yeah.
And so there was no need for it, so he gave it up. And so that way, then you see like the whole like him trying to approach Nebula differently, and maybe Gamora in this timeline or whatever is off doing Thanos' original work. Who knows?
Mad Titan stuff.
Or maybe he never went to Gamora's planet because of all the different changes in the universe.
Or that makes
sense. And like her story arc is her becoming a really badass warrior at her planet, because like the armor that she had, it didn't look like Thanos to me. It looked totally different because it was like white and gold, right?
No, the one that I saw was just like, it just looked like her head on top of the Thanos armor.
From
that pan around. Thing. Yeah, she had that double blade and everything, yeah.
Well, maybe I was like picturing something totally different then.
But I was hoping we got to see her during this one. Like, at least, you know, a cameo of like, hey, you know, I'm over here.
Don't forget about me. Like, you saw Drax. Like, I wasn't expecting to see Drax.
Oh, no Rocket either.
I was excited when you mentioned his wife and daughter. I was like, oh my God, are we going to see them? No.
They're alive.
Nah.
They're alive, though, which is really cool.
Yeah, Thanos never killed them on this one.
So obviously, to fix the universe's problems, you just had to pluck the right child from Earth.
Yeah.
Or the wrong child from the Earth.
The wrong child.
I mean, like at the very end, their galactic threat would be Peter Quill's dad. He gets Peter Quill, and Peter Quill never really like kind of learned to be good. He's probably really salty at his like minimum wage job, and he's like, you know what? Fuck this reality. So he might team up with his dad.
So when you brought that up, that's what my coworker was saying was he interpreted it as when Peter Quill's dad came to Earth and saw him at the end in the Wendy's, that was the end of that Earth. Like, his plans came to fruition. He got his son. He rebooted the galaxy, because wasn't that his kind of like goal in Guardians of the Galaxy 2? Like, he needed to hook back, get the power from his son that he left at a different place, and then reboot the whole thing.
I think he was just trying to put himself everywhere.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I mean by
not rebooting necessarily. I think he was just trying to kill everything else and towards just him in the universe.
So then, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if he hooked up with the Peter Quill that's in the Wendy's, you know,
Dairy Queen,
excuse me. I don't know why I'm going Wendy's, but
you're hungry.
You're thinking about some redheads, apparently.
I mean,
D&D.
You want those squared patties?
We'll get into some D&D, you know, a little later, but but yeah, no. So that's how he interpreted it. It's like, well, his plans work all the way out because, you know, it's easier now. He doesn't have to deal with the Guardians of the Galaxy. He just has to go and get this fry cook right here. So
yeah. But imagine if like T'Challa like ran into him and found out that plan and he was able to stop him though. That'd be pretty cool.
That's what I think the galactic or the multiversal Avengers are going to be going up against. That's what I think.
They did say that it's another problem for a different time or whatever. So I think they're going to address it again. Because why would you show that and not have it lead anywhere? Yeah, like
I mean,
it's probably going to be the thing that wraps the stories together.
Maybe. I don't know, because like JLap in chat, he actually just reminded us that there he thinks there are like multiple dark universes, not just one, like not just one Earth, because they do show a clip of the zombie universe where all the characters turn into zombies. So that obviously can't be the same world.
Yeah.
Like I can't picture that.
Why can't it?
Because they show a Captain America with the zombie, unless that's what's his name? The US agent guy. Yeah, unless that's him instead.
Gross.
Yeah, he's got the same jaw.
I mean,
like it might be. It might be.
Could be.
That'd be interesting though. I'm very interested to see where they go from here. What's the next episode? Is it going to be the Thor one?
I'm actually not sure what the next one's going to be because those are the only two I really knew the story about. So
Does anybody know how many episodes?
What was the Thor story?
I don't know. It looks like he's like wild child Thor. Like he's the wild teenager that's going, doing crazy antics with his powers and stuff like that. I don't know what it's going to be though. But I mean, that was my only gripe is I like the actor that does Uatu, the Watcher's voice.
Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah, I like the actor. I don't like him doing the voice.
Why?
Wait, what?
I don't know. I don't like him doing the voice.
Yeah, it's good. I'm gonna have to disagree with you, brother.
Keith David needs to do the voice.
Okay. Well, when you
wait,
yes,
okay. No,
yes.
but he didn't do a bad job. But Keith David is like a superior like voice actor.
Think about Keith David saying "What if" every single episode are leading you into that. Keith David would kill this role.
Wait,
yes.
Keith David, who?
Keith
Goliath
David
from Gargoyles.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, like I don't know his name, but like if I hear his voice, I distinctly remember it. I know who he is.
He would have been great. No, not Morgan Freeman. You know why? Here's the difference, Snoke in chat, between Morgan Freeman and Keith David when it comes to voice acting. Like, definitely Morgan Freeman is a good narrator for things. That's for real. But
he narrated the Penguins movie. Of course, he's a good narrator.
Right? Yeah. So like he's good at narrating, but he is more. If you
soft,
think of it,
good, wholesome.
like I'm trying to think of it like more.
Morgan Freeman's the one above all. That's just
but he doesn't.
That's him.
I get from Keith David, if he were to do in that role, I get like we're about to go on like this adventure into something. Like he'd have that voice, like it would be it fit so perfectly. For
honestly, they should have just got Neil deGrasse Tyson to.
Terrible.
No, get out of here.
Have you ever watched Cosmos? Come on, it's basically the same thing.
Yeah,
it's basically the same thing, people.
But again, I do like that actor. What's his name?
Jeffrey Wright.
Jeffrey Wright. I do like that actor. It's nothing against him.
He's going to be Gordon in the new Batman movie, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Yeah.
Be good.
So, what if every Wednesday we'll, of course, cover the next one? Are we staying in the Marvel universe, Rachel, or are we going to go back and forth?
One more to
It's up to you today. It is up to you today.
It's up to me. You're giving me too much power. I can't.
It's Thursday. It's not giving you too much power. It's giving you just enough power.
She's gonna talk about tree butts.
No. That is you, sir. That is you. I have the receipts for that. But I did just want to briefly mention that I'm really excited for all the LGBT news in DC happening. Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy, they're finally married. That whole comic book that was just released, I don't know if you saw the comic strips being I don't know, going viral on Twitter, because I even shared it, but it's super cute and I'm finally I'm happy they're finally together.
I saw the one that you
No, don't you dare put that.
It's DC Comics.
Don't you dare.
I'm sorry, Rachel, it's DC Comics. They will do that shit because they always do it.
You
like
know
whenever
who's gonna die?
happy,
the Joker. That's gonna be their honeymoon.
Yeah, he'll probably die killing Ivy or something.
Here's where he's.
Well, she's immortal. She'll be reborn.
I don't remember the last wedding that DC did that
actually stuck.
That stuck and didn't end in one person having tragedy.
I know,
even with Black Canary and
Green Arrow. Yeah, because they retired from superhero life. They opened a florist shop. He cheated on her, and she's like, "Fuck you! I'm going back to Birds of Prey," and then he died.
There's that one.
Yeah. I can't have that happen to Poison Ivy and Harley.
Well, no Harley's catching an arrow to the chest or something. It's gonna be
it'd be Kite Man. Hell yeah.
What is it?
Hilarious.
SVU. They can be like, I do. Snipe.
Nah.
Dead shots. Just gonna be like, got him.
If you guys are a DC fan, if you're listening or if you're watching and you're a DC fan, just look up Sue Dibney. That's all you gotta look up, and you'll see how DC treats their marriages.
The Elastic
Man's wife. Look up Sue Dibney in the comic books. See what happened to her. And they were like, for the longest time, everybody looks at them like, oh yeah, we want to be married like that. Like that's the relationship. And they wrecked it. DC was like, oh, that's happy, huh? Let me scribble real quick.
Oh.
Let me go ahead and write. And
all right, so the lesson is don't get married, but just be gay. Don't get married. Speaking of who else is gay, Tim Drake just came out with a closet. He's bisexual, and that's pretty awesome.
They did
I need some more bi representation, so it's nice.
They did it in a smart way for one of the Long characters that he's been close friends with back in the day. They brought that one back, and they just pretty much expanded upon the story. So that was an interesting turn of events that they did with that one.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Break out the refrigerators. Terrible, J-Lap. Terrible. Also, yes, look at the Green Lantern's girlfriend. Break out the refrigerators. That's what they're.
I honestly did not get that reference because I do not like Green Lantern. I've said it so many times on this podcast, so don't act surprised.
I don't get the.
Yeah, they cut up his girlfriend. They cut up his girlfriend and put her in a refrigerator. Yeah,
it's hardcore. Yeah. It's hardcore, and that's what's gonna happen to Harley Quinn.
DC, it's almost a death sentence if you start to fall for somebody in DC. It's terrible. It really is terrible.
Yeah,
it kind of. I'm trying to think of
terrible.
Like, remember, Steven? We were just casually talking about the marriage between Batman and Catwoman. It's like, oh yeah, we could all see that. They've been a long time off and on again, and serious stuff.
Will they? Won't they? Yeah.
Nope. Nope. They both said.
I mean, it was because of a reason, not because they didn't love each other.
But no, I'm just saying the writers just won't let people be happy.
Yeah,
there's no happily ever after. Yeah, there's no drive off into the sunset and oh yeah, we hung up our capes and we're good. And
it stands for Depressed Comics. That's what it stands for. The Depressed Comics universe.
Oh my goodness. But I mean, to be fair, Batman needs to be depressed. That's just, if he's not depressed, if he's not sad, then he's not Batman. And that's why Catwoman left him. She's like, I can't do that.
There's other Batman.
Because she wants a depressed man?
No, because he wouldn't be Batman anymore.
Jeez. Well, why can't he just be Bruce Wayne?
Yeah.
Because
is Bruce not good enough for her?
Yeah, is Bruce not good enough?
Wow, because Bruce is his alter ego. He is Batman.
Wow. The man lost children, butlers, women, everything.
Deserves love.
Parents. Forgot all about that, and that's his freaking origin.
He's got the deserve love.
Wow, that's terrible. DC is depressing. Let's move back to Marvel. Maybe
that's why I like DC better. I don't know, man.
What is up with depressive comics?
Jeez. Now that I unwrapped everything, I'm like, good Lord, DC actually is just terrible.
Yeah, it's everybody who's married or any ounce of happiness fucking plucked.
I want to write for DC and then write two characters, and one begins to fall in love, and the other one is like, no, don't, and then bam.
Wait, I have a couple. I have a couple. Terry McGinnis and his girlfriend. He gets engaged to her, and
you just killed them. You opened your mouth, Rachel. DC is like, oh, what's that? They got the Morse code message. They're dead.
Oh,
They're dead. Terry McGinnis loses his whole right side of his body.
Oh man, they had a rocky relationship too, but they made it through high school. They made it through anything.
She falls into a sinkhole and just dies.
No,
that's what's gonna happen.
Terrible.
I'm getting the text message.
That's her. Dana Tan.
Wait,
that's her name, Dana Tan.
Yes.
Okay. I don't remember too much about. I just remember the ending episode of Batman Beyond. That's actually a really good cartoon.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. It's one of my favorite cartoons, but they don't really show it at the end. It's just kind of like the show ends. But I think it's like a Justice League episode where it's like in the future, Terry McGinnis is like older. He's an adult now. And he has to do something for like old Bruce Wayne and everything. Or actually, Bruce might be dead at this point. I can't remember that. But he proposes to his girlfriend at the end.
Oh, no, he's alive. Because that's when...
He's still alive?
Yeah, because he brings him soup. He brings him soup and his medicine, and Bruce is like bald and really old. Yeah, it's I remember that one. And like Terry is like buff.
Yeah, he's huge. And that's like the episode they reveal that a really weird twist that Bruce was actually his father all along.
Yeah,
in this weird experiment with Waller. And I'm like,
because Waller needed another Bruce Wayne in the world, and so she picked the two parents to put his DNA in. It was
honestly,
weird thing.
It made a little sense just because I'm like, how did he get that black hair with his parents both having red and brown hair?
Very true.
And I was just like,
true.
Now it was all explained. I was like, they had it planned all along.
His dad looked like a thin Arthur Weasley.
Dude.
Yeah.
I mean, Arthur Weasley in the books, he is actually thin and like scraggly.
I mean, I would think he's very fit because that guy gets it in. All right,
he's
everybody.
got abs for days because all the thrusting.
Does he not? Does he not, everybody? I believe the 12 kids.
I'm leaving. Goodbye. I'm done.
The 12 kids would definitely.
It's true.
Whatever.
A lot of kids.
Yes. So anyway, everybody.
Miss Weasley shaking them yams.
Oh my god!
It's always Thanksgiving in the Weasley house. Because somebody's eating them turkey.
So again, no spoilers, everybody, because I'm still going through all this. But I've said it before. I would watch just a show on that family, just a Full House show on the Weasleys.
Full House.
Yeah,
just Full House, but magical. Yeah. I'd be down for that.
I'd watch the whole thing on just them. Let's go back to Marvel because there's some good stuff that's popping off in Marvel too.
Ooh, yeah, like Ironheart, right?
So this one gives me a little notion of where we're going with Black Panther 2. So they announced that Ironheart's character will be introduced in Black Panther 2. In my opinion, they're moving the timeline up because all they said was, oh, we're bringing Ironheart to the screen too. But they didn't say when. They were just like, I felt like she was going to get her own show, like on Disney Plus, just like Kamala Khan was. But they're moving it up, I feel. But as we know in the comic books, she's not from Wakanda. So I think the story is going to take place partially in Wakanda, but then partially in maybe like the city, Oakland. That's where it was. That's where he bought those buildings.
That's where his uncle or whatever got killed by T'Chaka.
I think we're going to see T'Challa's efforts to improve the neighborhood come to fruition with that character. I think that's what it's going to be.
Cool.
It's probably going to be.
Sorry. No, you were talking first.
It's probably going to be the sister because he told her she's in charge of it. He wanted her to lead the science whatever division or whatever for America, and so it's probably going to be the sister. Who her name escapes me right? Shuri, probably mentoring this girl. And somehow Iron Man's legacy iron suit is going to be involved. But you know what I mean? Like that, I can see that being a whole thing because Shuri's just a genius, and then Riri's supposed to be incredibly smart, right? Like,
yes, Riri Williams
she's a child that makes her own Iron Man suit.
Yeah.
Or Iron Heart suit, excuse me.
But I don't know. I could totally see that. But if they make Shuri the next Black Panther in the new Black Panther movie, then I don't see her having time to be her mentor. You know, it might be somebody else that mentors her.
She might not be it.
Yeah, she may not.
That's true. Yeah.
She might just be like the inspiration for Riri to be Ironheart, you know? I don't know. I got to see how they do it. I haven't read a lot of Riri Williams comic books. I do know that she gets Tony Stark as her AI at one point in her suit, and that could be a way you wrap back in Robert Downey because all he has to do is be the voice, and that would be extremely epic to have her with Robert Downey as her AI suit, you know. I don't know. I'm excited to see where it goes. There's still a lot of questions in the air about the Black Panther 2 movie, of course, because we lost Chadwick, but I think it's in good hands. They brought back the same director, so
I don't. A lot of the actors, when they like mentioned it and everything, they said that they're doing it the best that they can to like, you know, make sure like they continue what T'Challa did with like Black Panther, but it's also very respectful of him. So I'm just like, I'm hoping for the best, and I trust them with whatever they do. Not to backtrack a little bit, just because we like mentioned Chadwick, I thought it was really cool when when they approached him about the What If series. Mm-hmm. He was the first actor to sign on to that series out of like everybody else, because he was like, because he knew, nobody else knew, but he knew that unfortunately he was going to pass away soon, so he wanted to do it one more time, and he wanted to make sure that episode was like really, really special, because like Black Panther is so inspirational for so many young kids, and he didn't want to take that away from T'Challa not being Black Panther, so they wanted to make sure that episode that he was in last was like really epic, like it went over the top and was just really inspirational, and I think that's why it was so good.
And he's going to do it 2 more times, right? Or he did it 2 more, because I thought he's like credited as being in 2 more episodes at least.
He might be in a few other episodes. I didn't know about that, but that would be pretty cool. But yeah. I think he'd just become like a background character, or like when they all eventually like join together in like the series, he might be in that part. So
the Avenger up.
Yeah. But I'm really excited to see like what they do with Black Panther. I'm just going to hope for the best.
I'm excited and nervous. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen, how we're going to do this, but it's I don't know. It's going to be a wild ride. Marvel is even, I saw some rumors about them toying with pushing back Spider-Man's movie from December to early January.
I hope not.
Well, I think, and again, I was talking with a coworker of mine, and he was, it might be a thing where it hinges on the success of Shang-Chi, because that's going to release in theaters first, and then 45 days later on Disney Plus. If they can make their money.
Shang-Chi. Everyone that's seen it so far said it was really, 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 really good.
Yeah, it's got good, you know, reviews and stuff like that from the reviewers. I think the mouse wants that money, so they want to get butts and seats. Is what they're looking for.
Their marketing team has done absolutely nothing to like actually promote that movie, except for like within the last few like couple days of it coming out. It's all been like what's his name? Simon. Is that his name, Simon? The guy that plays Shang-Chi?
Oh, I'm not sure. What is his name?
Simu. I don't remember the last.
Wow, I feel so terrible. But he's been
Google it.
Yeah, I feel
Simu
that.
Lee?
Yeah.
You? All right.
Simu
Sorry,
Lee.
we're mispronouncing this Canadian man's name.
I really apologize, but I follow him on Twitter, and he's been doing so much promo for it. Like, I feel like hands down, if he wasn't doing any promotion for it, nobody would even like hear the movie. Really, like they would hear like, oh, it's a Marvel, but they wouldn't know when it would come out. It would just be like overlooked. Like his whole. Well, we're like super super geeky. It was more for the normies.
No, I was going to say that I was going to say I've been getting a lot of it because of just the stuff that I look into, and the algorithms of the internet will just throw everything. Oh, you might like this. Oh, so put this in your face. So I've been seeing it. So I think it's hard for me to see things like that because there was another movie that wasn't getting promoted well as too. I can't remember who I was talking to about it, but I remember being like, it was getting promoted. I saw it all the time, but I think it's just because of what I'm into. Of course, I'm into that movie or those type of movies, nerd movies. So I'm going to see it everywhere. Yeah. So just like now I see keto stuff everywhere and I get nothing but keto advertisements.
I just think their promotion for, like King Chris brought up in chat, their promotion for Black Widow in comparison to Shang-Chi, sorry, night and day. Absolutely, Black Widow everywhere. They like changed a whole bunch of movie covers for Black Widow. Obviously, they couldn't do that for a new character, but they just didn't put in the same amount of effort for him.
Well, then you know what you got to do, Simu, if that's how you pronounce your name. You got to sue him. You got to sue
Terrible.
him.
Yeah, and then get blacklisted? No.
He'll be fine.
I feel like he's very outspoken already because he was like, when they mentioned that the one Disney exec or whatever was like, this is an experiment.
Yeah.
I know there was more context to what he was saying, but like he was instantly was like, this is not an experiment, or we're not an experiment, something like that.
Yeah, we're not an experiment.
Yeah. And then like he was very outspoken about that. So I think like, I don't know, like I feel like if there was something wrong or some mistreatment, he would definitely bring it up.
Oh yeah, he definitely looks very outspoken, but don't sue the mouse right now because we need more movies with him in it because he's a really good actor. In Kim's Convenience, he's so great.
My family watches that. I've never seen like a full episode or anything, but they're always watching that show.
It took me a couple episodes to get into, but the first episode is so funny because him and his best friend, they do like, the Naruto 1,000 Years of Pain. They keep doing that to each other. What is that face there? And you know what I'm talking about because you watch Naruto.
Yeah, but none of my friends who have all watched the anime as well, we have never done that to each other. I'm
just gonna say, it's weebs at convention. We do that to each other all the time. If you're a close friend, that's what happens.
I'm just gonna say.
But I'm also gonna say they explained it in the episode. It's a Korean thing, I guess. Like that's what they would do as kids to each other. So they were like childhood friends, so they would do it together. Like they would just do that to each other all the time as a prank. But it was just funny.
Well, I'm not Korean. I'm just gonna say that now. I'm not Korean. There you go. But have fun, guys. Have fun. Mazel tov. Mazel tov.
You know what? 1,000 years of pain?
No. I will 1,000 years of fart right on you. That's what I will do.
Terrible.
That's what I will do. And we'll see who's in 1,000 years of pain after that. When you're hotboxing in my gases.
In your stew?
Yeah.
That's terrible. That's gross.
Yeah. All right. What else we got, Rachel? What else we got? You on a roll here?
Oh, man.
Should we talk about the sexual harassment at conventions? Apparently that goes on.
Dude, there's so much sexual harassment. No, this is you only do that to close friends. Or if you're me, I just do that to guys I date because it's hilarious to see them freak out.
Reason 99. Wow. Me and Rachel will never do.
Right? You end up in jail when you just turn around and punch like out of instinct. Just, oof. I mean, baby, what are you doing? You can't be doing that.
You're terrible. Well, I mean, first of all, you guys don't know good food, so I couldn't. Anyways, like I don't
I'm sorry
because of that insanity quote that you just said right there. You guys don't know good food?
You don't know good food. Whenever I say I like something, you guys are like, oh, that's disgusting. That's terrible.
Coming from the girl who just eats jars of mayonnaise with her bare hands?
Everywhere. Exactly.
I actually don't do that. I joke about that to you guys because you guys hate mayo.
Okay.
Mayo
whose favorite cereal was Raisin Bran?
That's not my favorite cereal. That's just one I was just...
You know whose favorite cereal that was? World War II veterans. That's his favorite cereal.
Even they were
that
tired
was.
of that shit.
No, my favorite cereal is Honey Nut Cheerios, man.
Okay, so you just the missionary of cereals. Got it.
It's healthy, but it tastes good.
Yeah. Again, the missionary of cereal. Let's go.
Wow. All
right, what else we got, Rachel? You're on a roll. Here we go.
All right, man. Let's keep going. Well, we're on Marvel.
Again?
Anthony Mackie here. He signed on to Captain America 4.
Anthony Schmacky.
Not a surprise, but I'm excited.
Yeah. Get that paper, sir. Get that money. You're Captain America. You know? Who's his villain, though? That's what I want to know. Because I don't know any Falcon America. KKK. I mean, that's just too on the nose. Like
that is, yeah.
I think they need to go somebody else. Like they need to go with an actual proper villain from the Marvel universe and be like, this transcends the race issues that we already hit on his show. Now, this is just a status quo. He's Captain America. He fights crime. This is the crime he's going to fight. Boom. Let's do it.
Easy. It's going to be the Power Broker or Zemo.
I don't want Zemo. Here's why.
Theory showed him. I feel like it'd be too soon.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel like that's fine. We got Zemo.
Maybe Captain America 5, not 4.
I mean, I'm just saying, like they were building to something.
Definitely building to something.
Free now?
He is free. Yeah, he's running around.
Or no, Wakanda's got him.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah,
they got him.
Okay,
yeah.
so it's not Zemo.
Yeah.
But it's definitely Agent 13 or where's it, Sharon?
Here's who you put them up against. Small group called the Serpent Squad. They're a bunch of reptile-themed supervillains that Captain America fights regularly.
All right, stop.
There you go.
Because the first thought in my head was that guy from the meme that's like, I'm a snake. He's like a slithery snake.
Yeah. That's what, we're going with that crew.
Oh my God.
We're going with that crew. Hire that guy.
That's the first thought.
We're going with that crew. I go with the new one, the ultimate ones, where it's the all-female Serpent Squad. Yeah, let's go with that one.
Oh,
there you go.
Please.
Sexy.
It's called equality. Okay? It's called equality.
Terrible.
Women could be bad guys too.
Yeah.
All right? Let them be bad guys too.
So they have been ever since they've been invented.
Come on, support these sexist
buy a man.
Or ideas.
I can't. I
separate myself from BYLO from those comments.
Talk about clips that'll come back years later.
Come back to haunt you, sir.
Said President-elect Gutierrez is stepping up to the podium right now.
Hopes. You have high hopes for me. You think I'm gonna be a president?
Said, president of the anime club.
I stand before you, America, on a brighter future, and then just the screen goes. Yeah, women have always been villains ever since they were invented by men. Wow. I don't know. That was a long time ago. That wasn't me. That was a long time ago.
And then Aaron's clip to haunt him would be vote for Trump.
Wow. First of all, he wasn't supposed to win. All right.
Yeah.
But you voted for him. So
I did not. I did not. I did not. I could be very vocally. I could be very vocally public about that. You can go and check my emails. I did not.
His candidacy was supposed to be a joke.
Yeah, just like that joke I made, and it just poor timing apparently. Poor timing apparently.
It aged like milk.
Jeez, I didn't even remember saying that too. So when we watched these old videos, and I said that in the interview, I was like, "Holy crap! What did he just say? He doesn't know about the future, does he?"
We didn't talk about what actually happened in the videos on the podcast last time, right?
No, we didn't. We just watched them after a stream. Yeah,
just for context, Aaron used to do interviews at conventions and everything, and he was just interviewing a whole bunch of cosplayers, and they were talking about aliens, and then he made a joke about Trump. That's basically it.
Yes.
That's your context.
That's for context, So next time we're out there and, I'm doing interviews with people and stuff like that, and you hear me say something crazy like vote for J.K. Rowling as Prime Minister, it's because I think they're not going to win. All right, that's why I think they're not going to win. All right.
Well, don't say that. Don't make those jokes anymore.
Because I'm gonna predicting future. I'm predicting future leaders.
You're kind of 1 for 1.
I am 1 for 1. I'm 100%. I'm 100%. So
terrible.
It is. What else we got, Rachel? All right, now.
Well, on like the whole like Disney Marvel train, let's go to Star Wars because they're basically all connected now. They just came out with a new series of Star Wars. Are you guys excited for it? Have you guys seen it?
What's the series you're supposed to tell us about it?
Yeah, what's the series?
Man, they're the anime series. You want me to lead this? I can't lead.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You've basically been doing it the whole night. What are you talking about?
It's terrible. I hate this. Too much pressure.
So what's the name of this anime series? What is it? Oh, it's Visions.
I didn't know what it's called. I just have the little clip right here. It says Star Wars anime series.
Star Wars Visions.
Yeah, Star Wars Visions looks like it's going to be an amalgamation of a bunch of different animators that are going to kind of tell these different stories from around the Star Wars universe. Kind of akin to, I think it was Batman's, what was it called? Where they had
what
this.
Was called. No, it's like a samurai when he's like a samurai, right?
No. There was a Batman that they hired a bunch of different animators to give their own stories.
That's
and it was really good, actually. It was really good.
I thought you were talking about the anime movie.
No. Because they did one that was anime looking within this like compilation. So they had one where it was drawn all in anime style. They always used crap. Why am I blanking on his name? The voice actor. He's Batman. He's
Mark Hamill.
No, that's the Joker.
Yeah.
Kevin Conroy.
Kevin Conroy, yeah. So
yes.
Kevin Conroy did all the voices for every single Batman and all the different animation styles, which was dope. So you got to see him do anime Batman. And it looked a little out of place, though, because, like, the anime Batman, when he was playing as Bruce Wayne, he looked like he was, like, 21. So with Kevin Conroy's voice, who I always imagine as like a mid-30s Batman type of thing.
More like 40s.
No, not Kevin Conroy.
Kevin Conroy, 30s.
Not the Conroy. Come on, it's Kevin Conroy.
He's like 38. I'll give you that.
All right, we'll split the difference then. Yeah.
Compromise, yeah.
So it's similar like that. We're just going to get a bunch of different looks of how Star Wars could be, and we're telling a bunch of different stories, which I feel like that's what a lot of fans were asking for, is where are the different stories in this universe that aren't
besides Skywalker family?
Exactly. That Jesus we can get Christ. Away from that family for a second. Jeez. Yes. So I'm excited for it. I like to see different Star Wars stuff. So we saw some cool looking lightsabers in there that look like samurai swords. So
the question is, will the anime hater Emma Skies actually watch this?
Is Emma a Star Wars fan though, like that? I know she likes. I know she liked the new movie, at least the first and second one. I'm not sure how she felt on the third one.
She didn't really like it, but she loved the kiss at the end because she really shipped Rey and Kylo.
I don't know why anybody shipped those two.
She's in love with Kylo.
That was well, I understand because she's into bully romance type of stuff, so it makes sense.
It makes sense now.
Yeah, it makes all the sense in the world. But that relationship, I really wish they had stayed like enemies all the way to the end. That would have been.
I honestly just didn't like that Kylo was pretty much evil all the way to the end. I was hoping that he was secretly good and he was supposed to take down Snoke and all that stuff. But then
did you not watch the third movie?
I did watch the third movie, but the third movie is just
kind of how they wrote his character. It's like, oh, he's good. It erased all the genocide he committed.
Yeah, no, but I meant
children.
I meant like him being like a double agent from the beginning, though. Not like, I fell in love, so now I'm turning good. I just hate that trope, to be honest.
I think it's definitely a dumb trope. I agree with you for sure, because how do you erase, again, like Steven said, killing the kids, killing your father, and then the countless other people that you killed during your temper tantrum across the galaxy. So we're cool, bro. Fist bump because I fell in love with her. Huh? We're good. Okay.
You decided to stop being a child? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
Cool.
Got it.
That man needed therapy.
Cool.
Yeah. So I don't know. It'll be good. Just like how we're looking at The Mandalorian and everybody's loving that, because do so like it deserves it. It's a great freaking series. Hopefully we get the same thing with this. Hopefully Visions, and maybe, who knows, if something gets really popular, we'll get some spinoffs. Look at Kablam.
Just the anime series akin to like Rebels and stuff like that, but just the anime Star Wars thing. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I really love it because they're like already like, space samurais basically. So I feel like the more anime style really fits them. And I don't know. I really like those type of shows where it's just like each episode is a different animator and different story. Like that's why I really like, was it Love, Death, and Robots?
Yeah.
I love that series. It's so good.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of why I like a What If. It's like all the same, like animation style. They're all different stories, and I know we were talking about that when like we were first like, hey, well, how do you feel about What If when it first came out? And you guys were like, no, I want like a whole series of each episode and things like that.
I said that.
I was going to say Steven wanted that.
And I feel that way with this too, but I mean, I'm a sucker for like animation, like anime. So
yeah,
I don't know. Like I feel that way with this T'Challa episode of What If. Like I want more.
No, yeah, I definitely do. Like after watching the T'Challa episode, I was just kind of like, oh man, I wish we had like, instead of Guardians of the Galaxy, we just had this series, because I like the Star-Lord more.
Yeah.
He's the greatest Star-Lord, apparently.
Yeah.
They got
he's like a galactic hero, man.
They got some pretty heavy animation studios working on this stuff. So
on the Visions for Star Wars?
Yeah, that's what I was looking. I was trying to look it up. That's why I was looking down, because J-Lab thought I fell asleep. But no, yeah. They got some heavy animation studios on this. Yeah,
I think it's pretty cool because like it really pushes like the artists to like explore their creativity and be as like artsy as possible. Where like, I feel like most movie and TV shows nowadays is like, okay, we're just doing this to make money. We're going to restrict like the directors as much as possible and like what we think would make the most money. But Suicide Squad kind of proved like, no, just trust your director and you'll actually get a good movie out of it. Unlike Suicide Squad 1. So I feel like they should just trust like their animators and like directors and producers more and just let them create art, something fun.
Yeah, and I think, because I heard this was supposed to be considered canon. So I don't know. I that was from something I was watching, so I don't know if that's 100%. But it would be nice to see some of this stuff, because then maybe that could lead into some live action stuff with these stories.
Yeah, have a little crossovers and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, Rachel, we got time for one more. So
we don't have it on. I have two things I want to mention real quick. Okay. First one.
Nope. I feel pun coming. Aaron, abort mission.
No, there's actually no pun. I have nothing today.
Don't trust you.
Wow. Okay. Well, first thing I have that I thought was like really cool, I didn't share in the list. What is it? Michael Keaton. He'll actually be reprising the Bat role again.
Yeah, I think we've known that for some time now.
Yeah, but we never talked about it, so I wasn't sure if you guys heard about it. But I was like looking into it, and I thought that was pretty cool because like, yeah, there's been like hints about it, but I guess he's going to be wearing the cape again for the Flash. Because like in the Flash, when they did like the Time episode and everything, they showed like a newspaper with like his version of Batman on it. But I guess he's actually going to be in the episode.
He's I know the latest thing that they put on that one is that he had to read the script 3 times because he didn't understand the multiverse. So really? Yes, he's like, I didn't get it, so I had to read it multiple times.
The story for CW superheroes It's not good. So that makes sense.
It did, but it did what I needed it to do. All it did was had the big company come out and confirm, hey, this is just one of the universes. Everything else that you see, all the different stories that you see are all different universes within our canon, but this is just this designated universe. Now I need Marvel to do that same thing, because then I can be very, very loose on, oh, what you see on the screen isn't 616. So I can let that slide. Taskmaster is so-and-so's, daughter in this one for some reason. But that's fine, because that's that universe. I think they're already
doing that with Spider-Man, because they're having Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire and all in the same movie.
Allegedly.
Yeah. See, I need proof. You can tell, other people can tell me that this person loves me, but unless that person tells me, I don't know. So I need them to tell me. Make it plain and simple. Hey, I'm dumb. Make it plain and simple, just like DC just did. That's why I really respected that. When you had not Andrew Garfield, what's his name? The Flash, Grant Gustinson. Is that his name? When you had him meet the Flash from the movies in that quick little cameo, and they were both like, well, I'm Barry Allen. He's like, I'm Barry Allen. And they met face to face. That was DC being like, look, we got multiverses. This movie is just its own universe. This TV show is just its own universe. That's fine. This is how we roll. The comic books, their own universe. I need Marvel to come out and do the exact same thing in one of their shows or movies. I feel like they are moving towards that, because we're getting What If, and they said What If is canon to the MCU. But with Spider-Man, like you say, I need them to do I need the same you need that confirmation. Treatment. I need that confirmation.
Well, we'll see in December, or I guess now January.
Hopefully in December.
December.
Pushing for this storyline of Spider-Man for years.
Yeah,
I know.
For years.
Know what else? Know what other story they've been pushing for years? Skyrim. And guess who's getting another release? Redo version? Skyrim. They just need to make a new game.
They got to beat Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto's been in the game since Grand Theft Auto 5 has been out, guys, since 1995. All right, we have been playing that game for that long, everybody.
No, it hasn't.
Yeah,
it's 100% accurate.
They just keep adding DLC. They just keep adding DLC up in the graphics.
First fact.
Do they even add DLC to Skyrim anymore?
No, I'm talking about the Grand Theft Auto.
Well, then why would they keep re-releasing this? And Grand Theft Auto, there's even an online version for that, right?
There is.
We keep buying it, Rachel.
There's all for Skyrim.
Every release, we'll keep buying it because we love the damn game.
When PlayStation,
I just want them to come out with something new,
when PlayStation 24 comes out, they're gonna be like, "Come get the 32K version of Skyrim, guys! Now you can see it in realistic. Just inject this microchip into your eye, and you'll be right in the game now."
Okay, wait, no. So there's this TikToker girl. I forget her name, but she has this. I forget what it is. She has this VR system where she has the full headpiece and the arms, and she even has a vest and everything. And so she set up her whole system so she could actually be inside the Fallout universe, the Skyrim universe. She could feel rain when it rains in the game. If somebody shoots her or stabs her, she can actually feel something hit her. It's really cool, and I'm super jealous. I wish I had the money for that type of setup. Because then I would get Skyrim again. I would. If it was VR and I could be in it, hell yeah.
So she has 4 senses that are pressure hits. That's what you mean by when she feels rain. She feels the pressure of it, when it hits you.
On the vest.
She doesn't feel wetness.
She just feels it when it hits
her
you.
Her video game doesn't make her wet, Aaron. Or
no.
But
when she's in,
it's not. That's 4D.
Terrible. When she is in cooler areas, she'll turn on her fan and have it go on so she can feel sold wind, just to make it more real in the game.
It sounds very expensive, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, I looked up how much everything would cost, because I was oh wait, I kind of want this setup. How much do I have to save up? My wallet would be too sad. I can't do this.
I don't want to go without forgetting to mention that the Eternals trailer number 2 came out, and that shows a lot more of the story.
Something I forgot.
The final one.
Yeah, I mean,
the final trailer.
You did 90% of the job, Rachel, and that is.
And I threw an extra.
And you threw an extra, so that's an A all around. Don't worry about it. So next episode, you're doing 100%. So the Eternals trailer, everybody, it gives us more of kind of what they can do. One, it gives us more of what they're going up against, and it actually gives us the reason why they did not intervene in all of Earth's problems. So which I think was one of the big questions of like, you guys are superpower beings. Why didn't you help when Thanos was coming and wrecking us? You know. And they give a good example of the reason why, and we get to actually see what I've been waiting for them to go into for the longest, and we go and we finally see some galactic beings. We see two, not one, but two Celestials in the trailer, and one looks like it's creating a whole universe, and I was like, I'm about this. I was like, no, one was green and one was red.
Yeah, the red was like all the eyes.
Just thought that was a lighting thing.
No.
I also watched it on my phone, and I was at work, so I was like,
that's
no
two different
I watched it on my phone too, and I was at work.
You work from home. Go fuck yourself.
So I'm actually more excited than I was before to go see that movie. Like it looks like it's going to be a good explanation for a lot of different things.
Dude,
and hopefully,
their powers.
Insane.
Like, it's showing them their different uses of their powers. Like, I don't know shit about the Eternals. But like, I was like, okay, fucking Stark older brother, forgot his name.
Rob.
He's just laser beam eyes. Okay, cool. Then it showed
Cyclops. Nice.
And then it showed Camille Nanjiani or whatever.
Kamal? Yeah.
And he just goes and Apollos it, Aaron.
Yeah, he's got the finger guns.
Pistols. And then they showed Angelina Jolie, which stole the show. Athena.
Yeah, got just Athena.
Straight up shield and spear coming at people or
so
whatever
good.
the deviants are. I was like, this is fucking dope. And those are Smite references in case you guys didn't get it.
So
unfortunately, I got it. Unfortunately,
I think the deviants are going to be a side villain on this, if anything. I think the main threat is going to come from the space, but I think the trailer is making it look like the deviants are going to be the bad guy. I think they're going to be the side ones, and we're going to get some bigger problems coming.
They're being controlled by something else, or just like hordes of deviants that they have to keep cleaning up, and they're like, where are these deviants all coming from?
Yeah, and then boom,
exactly like that.
Thanos 2 coming out of nowhere. You need to see Thanos.
They said they had to stop the convergence.
So
was that what it was?
So my very limited knowledge of the Eternals are they're made by the Celestials for this grand experiment, where, and this is kind of the modern one because they've changed it over time. So the modern one is, which I'm going to give you, is there are the Celestials, which are supposed to represent good, and then there is the Horde, I want to say it's called. Somebody can Google it because I'm probably saying it wrong, but they're space bugs, basically. They look like space bugs, but they're supposed to represent the bad. The experiment is you got a planet, you have deviants, you got Eternals. Once we come back, is there more good energy or bad energy on this planet? If there's more good energy, Eternals basically win, and we give that power to the Celestials. If there's bad energy, we give it to the Horde over there. You know, the ultimate good and bad struggle type of thing. But we're going to prune the planet, though, and start it over again. That's what we're going to do.
Oh, so this Google says Celestials are the instruments of creation.
Yes.
And the Horde are instruments of destruction.
Yes.
Yep. So that's the good and evil.
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to do that story, you know, because Marvel's been doing whatever they want with, you know, comic book to movie type of stuff. But yes. And then I guess the Eternals are like, oh, but we like humans. We don't want to see them all get killed. So let's rebel against our prime directive, which is, you know, whatever it is. And so, I just don't know. I'm very interested to see where they go with it. I do think, though, at the end of this, I don't think we're going to see the Celestials in a lot of different movies, though. Like, I don't think they're going to be stand around or stay around characters. I think they might be a one and done. You might get like what's his name, Kit Harington, the Black Knight, who he's going to be in this movie, or this is going to be kind of his origin to becoming that. I'm guessing we might get him around in some more movies, but I don't think we're going to get the rest of them, or we might get cameos of them.
We all know the Black Knight is Martin Lawrence, Aaron. That's just
terrible. Let's
just be honest.
All right, and that's about it. Rachel, you want to close this out since you've been doing everything already?
You know what? I'll let you. Do this, man. You got this. I believe in you.
Wow. I gave her the podium, everybody, and she spat on it. Wow.
No, I just waved. I was like, thank you, and I sat back down politely.
Wow. All right. You could have just went to, hey, Steven, is there anything you want to say before you log off?
Oh,
all right then. Okay. All right then. Okay. That's where it is. Cool.
Yes. Chapter 1, Moby Dick.
Terrible. Rachel, is there anything you want to say before we log off?
I hope Aaron never puts the spotlight on like this on me again, because terrifying. I was not prepared for this. I need to be mentally prepared beforehand.
No, just like swimming, you gotta throw them right into the deep end.
I don't like it. I don't like surprises.
Gotta learn.
Just tell me.
Gotta learn. Here's one thing I will leave everybody with.
Follow our TikTok.
Yes, definitely follow our TikTok. We're gonna be throwing some more up there. I got some more I got to actually edit too.
No, they're all gonna be roasting me. I know it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That means yeah. So, I confirmed it.
Just remember, when the spotlight hits you, just be prepared and do whatever comes natural.
Run away and hide.
No, do whatever comes natural. So for
run
the
away and hiding comes natural.
Terrible.
So you get con-shoot.
For the internationally known Steven Gutierrez and Tough Stones Rachel, I am Sir Aaron Carter saying that's enough internet for today.
Bye.